On this computer. This is Fixing Common Mistakes, Episode 1, Act 1, and it is by Jenny Green, whom we think is in Australia. Fade in, exterior hardware warehouse car park day. A beaten up car drives into a vast car park of a suburban mega hardware store. Natalie, 27, gets out. Junkie vibes, unkempt. She wears worn, dark clothes, hoodie with a hood up. There's a calculating intensity in her eyes. She ignores the stares and checks the contents of her plastic bag. Loose currency, a mangled healthcare card. Interior, the hardware store day. Cavernous warehouse of building supplies, etc. Natalie separates a trolley from the bunch and trawls the aisles. She's on a mission. She picks up a hammer and feels the weight, throws it in the trolley. Next, she picks up the pruning saw, feels the point and throws it in the trolley. She picks up some rope, tests the strength, throws it in. She adds a roll of tape and a shovel. At the checkout, she places the items on the conveyor belt. The checkout lady, 50, raises an eyebrow as she scans the items.
Loyalty card.
Loyalty is for suckers.
You'd get on with my ex-husband.
I don't get on with anyone.
Checkout lady's used to nutters and doesn't react.
$115.
Natalie pulls loose notes from a plastic bag. She counts them out. There's not much left.
You'll need a box for that lot.
Natalie throws her kit in an empty box and heads outside. She passes a warehouse greeter, a teenager in the shop uniform at the entrance.
Good luck with your project.
She says this to everyone. It's a meaningless spiel, but Natalie pauses. She turns back to the greeter.
Thank you. Been planning it for months now.
Well, then it will be extra amazing when you finish it.
Oh, it will be. Extra amazing.
The greeter giggles nervously. Interior/exterior Natalie's car day. Natalie throws the kidnap box in the boot in the car park. Inside the car, she checks her folder of research, notes and a map. Victorian West Coast. A red circle around lawn. She takes out another map. The township of Lawn. Arrows point to a house block. Note scrawled, "He is here." Exterior Great Ocean Road near Lawn day. Aerial view of Natalie's car rounding the bend beside a choppy ocean, heading towards Lawn. Ominous music plays. Exterior Dr. Judith's house in Lawn day. A grand 3-story residence, pool, tennis court, an unattainable dream, $1 million ocean view. Natalie drives slowly past the house and she turns back, drives off the road and behind a thick area of bush. It's a perfect place to hide her car with a view of the house. Interior Dr. Judith's living room day. An architectural living room, expensive art on the walls. A collection of ceramic sculptures is displayed on shelves. Dr. Judith, 70, a well-to-do gentleman, frowns over a chessboard. Okay. His opponent, David, 60, looks pleased. If I can just...
No, you're cornered. 4 defences.
Dr. Judith frowns, then he grabs his chest. David jumps up and takes a strip of wired Velcro from his pocket.
Put this on. Where's your pills?
My jacket! Dr. Judith lifts his shirt and sticks the strip on his chest. David takes a bottle of pills from the doc's jacket, hanging over a chair, whilst checking his smartwatch. He's confused.
The readout says you're fine.
Dr. Judith doesn't take the pills. He gets up, breathing deep. He slides open a glass door, walks out onto a deck, smiling. David calms down a bit. He stands at the doorway.
Faker. Just because you're losing.
Dr. Judith is alone, exposed, vulnerable on the deck. There's no houses behind this one. Never will be. It's a national park. I chose the land for its seclusion.
Not the multi-dollar views then.
Exterior, the street outside Dr. Judith's house day. Natalie drops her seat back and focuses binoculars on the house. That's better. Direct sight of Dr. Judith staring off, vulnerable, Cape Fear vibes, ominous music. The views, yes, but also the secure location. But lately I've had this sense that someone is... Interior Dr. Judith's living room day. Dr. Judith moves back inside. is sort of around, watching.
What about your state-of-the-art security system?
It's all still in boxes. I need a qualified installer.
I know somebody. He's highly dependable.
Dr. Judith gazes lovingly at his ceramic pieces. Must keep my lovely Boyd safe. Cut to interior of the Dancing Elephant Pub day. Close on Marcus, 40s, tall, handsome, permanently aggrieved. He's wearing high-vis tradie attire. We read the logo on his shirt, Sweeney Electrical. Oh, I think it's tradie. He sits alone, drinking a pint and reading a social media post on his phone. Around him, assorted tradies, young men exclusively, drink and stare at a horse race on a screen. Social media post on his phone. Medicines that control us. Are you a victim? A text drops in. Where the fuck are you? Marcus scowls, downs his pint and gets up. A couple of tradies, Peter, 30s, and Brett, 30s, notice him.
Had your fall hat adjusted, Marcus?
Bill Gates might get in front of your DNA.
Marcus scowls harder, leaves. A busy Melbourne road day. A beaten-up car, a different one, drives in traffic, steam rising from the bonnet. Magic is real sticker on the bumper. Interior Sally's car day. New age decor on the interior of the car, crystals. A tape is playing. The case is on the passenger seat.
I am prosperous. I have all that I need. I am successful.
Sally, 40s, in a work uniform, looks stressed, anxious.
I am prosperous.
A heat warning light flashes on the dashboard.
Shit! Not now!
Sally taps the light.
I am ludicrously filthy rich.
Grinding sounds.
Get fucked, you piece of shit!
She cuts someone off, honk, pulls over, turns the car off. Exterior, a busy Melbourne road day. Sally gets a container of water from the boot. She's had to do this hack many times. She lifts the bonnet, gingerly takes the radiator cap off, pours water in, steam clouds.
Let me down, not today.
Interior, Sally's car day. Sally starts the car, the light flickers then goes out. No more grinding, thank goodness.
My life is rich in love and cash.
She drives off, no blinker, cuts someone off, honk.
My life is rich in bullshit.
Exterior, the street outside Dr. Judith's house day. Natalie's car is still behind the bushes. Natalie walks out of the bush, zipping her fly. She opens the boot, moves the sleeping bag to reveal a stash of food and some baked beans, eats it cold from the tin. She contemplates the house, her car, the plan. She throws the empty can in the bushes and checks her list of kidnap items. Phone charger, bugger, no charger. She checks her phone. It's an old Samsung or similar, very basic, but can take photos. It's on 20% power. Damn, nothing for it. She must buy a charger. She checks the contents of the plastic bag. Okay, she starts the car. Exterior, Louisa's house day. We are given a visual tour of a nice middle-class home. Nice garden, roses, very conventional.
My proven 5-step solution package, fixing common mistakes, can turn the most annoying people you know into successful, active members of your love circle or workplace.
Interior, Louisa's house day. We can't quite tell what room we're in. Louise, 40, attractive, business attire, corporate hairdo with a headset on, practicing her confident delivery.
Yes, you can change them.
She shakes her head. No, try again. Squares her shoulders.
You can change them.
Not quite right. Once more, flick of the hair and...
It's true. You can fix them.
We pull back to see Louise on the toilet, undies down, in her tidy bathroom, a pregnancy test between her legs. Louise checks her Apple Watch timer, ticking down. Now, check it. Negative. Louise, lumps, is that? Lumps on the loo. It's an Australian thing. Her perfect world is not perfect. Actually, mascara tears. Exterior, a petrol station in Lawn, evening. Natalie searches for a charger on the rack of tech items. People stare. She's dirty and weird. She ignores them and buys the one she wants. A grubby hand slides over the cash from the bag. Yuck. Exterior office of Sweeney Electrical Day. Marcus saunters into an industrial office depot site. Sweeney Electrical branding wall and on the parked vans. Men in high-vis go in and out of the depot. The boss is not happy, clocks Marcus and beckons him. Interior boss's office day. The boss stands hand on hips, ready to kick Marcus's ass. Marcus goes to sit in the visitor chair. He catches the boss's glare, decides not to, stands awkwardly.
What's up?
You left a live wire exposed on the hospital job in the children's ward.
Not my fault. This doctor wants...
Have you been drinking? Marcus gives a childish shrug. Exterior outdoor bar, restaurant, lawn, evening. A swanky outdoor bar, oversized umbrellas shelter fancy outdoor seating. Piped music, waiters in long aprons. Natalie sits and rips open the charger's packaging, using the outlet on the wall to charge her phone. A waiter looks askance at her. He arrives with pursed lips. What would you like?
Nothing.
You can't use the outlet without ordering. Natalie regards him with contempt, but doesn't want a scene. She rips the cord out and goes. Interior Sally's kitchen, late afternoon. A cluttered kitchen, dishes piling up, birthday cards everywhere. To a girl who's 12. Sally's daughter Imogen, 12, fishes in the toaster with a knife. Imogen is in a serious teenage-level dark mood.
What the hell are you doing?
Having toast for my birthday. You promised you'd be home on time.
Turn off the power, you bloody idiot.
That's not how Dad does it.
Fucking Marcus. He's a dangerous idiot.
Fucking Marcus forgot my birthday.
Too late. Something pops and the room is in darkness. Interior Louise's living room, evening. A home, beautiful, open-plan living room, adjacent kitchen. A refreshed Louise in makeup and a headset closes her eyes, takes a deep breath, exhales.
Hi, I'm Louise, and I'm going to explain how you can fix.
Marcus enters, sliding door, muddy boots on the carpet.
Honey, I'm working.
Marcus ignores her and stomps to the kitchen.
Shouldn't you be at work?
He opens the fridge and takes a beer, rips the cap.
Yeah, bloke can't even have lunch anymore.
Can't this wait? I have a time window in 30 minutes.
You won't even let me explain.
Who? Sweeney?
I'm having a shower.
Marcus leaves with the beer. Exterior, the street outside Judith's house, evening. Natalie watches as Dr. Judith and David leave the house. David helps Dr. Judith get in David's car. We can hear David.
Promise me, no more faking. You bought on a real heart flutter.
Dr. Judith is ashen, chastened. He nods, barely speaks. They drive away and Natalie creeps towards the house. She tries a few windows but can't get in. In one room, she sees boxes of security equipment. Turbo Safe 50. Shit. She walks around, climbs onto the deck, scrambles over the balustrade and stands on the deck where Dr. Judith was standing earlier. She scans the bush where her car is but can't see it. Good. Evil smile. Her plan just might work. Fade out. End of Act 1. I think we should do page 11 because it's 10 pages, because the first page was... Act 2, fade in. Interior, Sally's kitchen, evening. The power's on. Sally lights the candles on a birthday cake.
Dear Imogen, happy birthday to you.
Imogen blows out the candles.
Did you make a wish?
Because, oh, really? Maybe I could visualize shit while I'm at it. Maybe I'll just manifest a proper birthday.
Sally weathers that dig. She hands Imogen her gift.
Happy birthday, Imogen.
Imogen rips it open. It's a cheap android like Natalie's.
Android? Are you fucking kidding me?
It's just as good.
Yeah, if you...
Yeah,
Sorry.
if you don't want friends.
Your real friends will still
Where's Dad?
He's not answering. I tried him.
Sally squirms. Her heart is breaking for Imogen. Imogen's heart is breaking, but she hides it with anger. Okay, I think we'll stop there because this.
What a useless.
Gotcha. Okay. Thoughts? Rachel.
Yeah, I liked the opening. I thought it was quite intriguing. In general, I think the directions and locations and bits, all of the direction basically could probably be cut down a little bit, cleaned up, tidied up a little bit. Perhaps there are a few things that are in there that could be left to the director. Don't know what your guys' opinion on that is. I really liked Louisa's character. I thought she was fun and interesting, and I liked Sally's scene as well. I thought there was quite a few characters to get used to in the first sort of 10, 11 pages. Yeah, I don't think that's ideal personally, but I think it's got some potential and can go somewhere good.
Sorry, just watching the dog. Thank you. Catherine. She's looking dangerously like she needs to go to the toilet. It's all right. Carry on. Catherine.
Oh, me. Sorry, I didn't hear you say my name. Because I thought we were talking about the dog.
Okay.
Yeah, it was interesting. The separate bits of the characters were all characters that were quite well written. I wanted to see more about them and find out more about them and see. Hopefully, I'm guessing they're all going to be interlocked somehow, because otherwise I'd agree with Rachel that there's too many things happening in the first section otherwise. You might want to be careful with slang terms, because a couple of things in there that I was a bit confused by. I don't know if Boyd's is a typo and it's supposed to be boys, unless I just never heard of whatever Boyd's is. But there's a couple of confusing descriptions. Again, it might be down to just leaving it to the director rather. It came across as kind of sort of, she'd written it in thought pronouns, and she's just not really needed. So things like yuck, etc., etc. It's all sort of slang terminology that makes the descriptions a little confusing, and that distracts from the rest of it. But the characters were quite well rounded, and I'd be interested to see what happens next.
Perfect, thank you. Mike, John.
Yeah, just kind of following on from Catherine there. I mean, I love the fact that it hits the ground running. It's not a slow build up. You like, bang, you're straight into it. I do like that, because it's going to make you think, oh, I want to know more about this now.
Yeah.
But picks the rope up and tests it for strength, throws it in, picks the hammer up, checks it away, throws it in. Too much description. That can be done visually without having to, describe it in words. And once again, following on from Catherine, hasn't got a battery charger. Shit, you don't need to put that in. Once again, these things are done by the director. But all in all, really enjoyed it. I can see kind of how all the folks are eventually going to tangle on. And would like to know more. Perfect,
thank you.
Oh, there was one thing I noticed. I wasn't sure, why aren't baked beans considered food?
Yes, I noticed that.
Are they not? Because it's food and baked beans. It's like,
yeah.
Again, just with the confusing descriptions, but
thanks. Erin.
I agree with what everybody said, and I was going to ask, like, if some of the descriptions, they're quite long. I don't know that all that stuff is necessary. But I thought that it was interesting with the different things like yikes or whatever, if maybe there was a card and it was more like it has like a dramedy feel. So I didn't know if maybe it might be some sort of like the silent film type of thing where the card comes up and then there's like just big words or something. Otherwise it's not necessary. but I thought that it was really interesting. A lot of people seemed to connect to Marcus, and I thought everyone was their own level of hot mess. And I liked how it reminds me of something, but I can't really put my finger on it. But it's like it's got like it's funny. It's got like dark humor. It's like gritty, which is really interesting. I really am curious to see what happens next because it is very well written and all of the characters are really cool. It was I thought it was very interesting. But I like how Sally is like into crystals and she's like totally like swearing at somebody. Like she's trying to be all zen. Yeah, so I thought that was neat. I don't know, I hope that helps.
No, thank you. Yes,
Oh,
definitely.
and just sorry, I just forgot something. But with regards to, not all of the characters have descriptions, and some of them are after they've started speaking, and some of them are before. So that might need a bit of tidying up because
Yeah.
it's handy to know who you are before you start speaking. So, but other than that, yeah. So I finished with all my forgetful bits now.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with
I was
everything.
curious too if the taped voice, oh sorry.
No, carry on.
I was curious if the taped voice was
Somebody.
the same person as Louise because she seems to be recording like stuff, so I wasn't sure. And like if that's relevant, it probably should be made more clear.
Yeah, if it is, that'd be quite a good joke that she's doing her own mental kind of build up. She's selling her own tape to herself.
Yeah, definitely. So I just thought there was an awful lot of characters crammed into 10 pages. And partially it may have just been because I was doing the narration as well. I got very confused by, I got confused between Natalie and Louise. I kind of read them as interchangeable almost. And that, in my own head as I was reading it, and that made me kind of go, oh, hang on a minute. These are two different characters. That might just have been me, but maybe that just signals that there needs to be more clarity between the characters. I also got the sense that there was an awful lot happening in different places and not all to the same people. So there's like cramming in all the different components into 10 minutes is kind of a bit jarring, just to sort of try and fit all the bits in at the same time. But again, I can see how they might play out further down the line.
I like it. That part. Like I like Call the Midwife goes back and forth really fast like that. I don't know. Maybe you don't watch that.
Call the Midwife does that? I
No,
do
it goes
and I always
like
think, shit is as slow as anything.
no, I don't think so. If you count all the different places they are in the first 10 minutes. If you count all the places they are in the first 10 minutes and things that are happening, it's actually a lot of places that they are back and forth to. Maybe it's a bad example. Scratch it. Can you edit this?
No, it's fine. It's fine. No, there's no problem with going in different places, backwards and forwards. There's no problem with intercutting stuff. It's maybe just the way I was reading it, trying to make sense of it as I read it, you know, and just kind of coming at it cold. Other than that, I think there was, yeah, whoever it was of you that said there's a lot of things that should be left to the director, I think, really, or to the actors to work out how they're going to play a role, you know. Yeah, that's all I've got to say, really. I've just lost my iPad. Okay, shall we, anything else before I say stop recording? Perfect, thank you for that.